Hello. Working remotely for most of us means a new routine of Zoom calls, team chats, and indeed the after-work online drink. Some of us are taking to this naturally, but most of us are still probably finding our way. That's why in this Culture Chat, we thought we would find out more about the best ways to check in with our colleagues and some ideas for how we can work better collegiately online. Joining us are the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Annamarie Jagose, and our Chief Information Officer, Trevor Woods.
Hi Trevor. As so many of us have moved to working remotely, we've all become pretty Zoom capable. But is there any risk that we might succumb to Zoom fatigue?
There is. I think there's a real danger that we just think our now workday at home just is on Zoom calls. We've got to realize there's a lot of other work that we need to do. And even if we need to interact with people, there's nothing saying that we can't turn the video part off and go for a walk around the block or hang out in our garden as long as we're practicing all those good social distancing rules.
I'm experimenting at the moment in the faculty with hourly drop-in Zoom sessions for all staff in my faculty twice a week. So far they've been lively participatory events with over 100 colleagues at the first one and over 70 at the second, and the chat board just races along in parallel to the face-to-face conversations as colleagues make comments but also share tips and offer pointers to resources online. It's an easy way for me to make myself available to a large number of colleagues in an informal way and to advance in live time issues people might be having with our unfamiliar ways of working. The sessions have actually been so enabling, I'm pretty much committed to continuing with them even when we're back based on campus.
I'm hearing reports from people that they think some things are actually going better than in-person meetings. Do you have any experience with that?
Yeah, so we had recently a faculty board meeting and it was fantastic. It had all the qualities of a live faculty board meeting and then some real benefits. We easily made quorum where sometimes we struggle to get there. And a second point was we had really engaged deliberative discussion, both speaking but also picked up on the chat board. So again, after 3 years in role, the best faculty board meeting we've had was a virtual one.
I was thinking one of the things that we really need to remind ourselves and think about with our colleagues is we're all going through this together, and not just at the university, but not just the country, the whole world. And we really need to be patient with ourselves and with others. It's a lot for us all to take in, and when things aren't going particularly well, stop and take stock of actually how much we've learned, maybe personally or as a group. And that's a good foundation to keep on learning new things, but also just to be forgiving of ourselves.
I like that suggestion. I like the suggestion that in unusual situations like this, which is not even just an institutional wide, but a global wide context, you have to cut yourself a little slack if you're going to make the distance. We can't be perfect in an emergency at all times.
Let's stay connected on these things as we all sort of figure out how we work in this new world.
Sounds good.
Some excellent suggestions there from Trevor and Annamarie. Working remotely is going to create some challenges for us, but it's also an opportunity for us to rethink how we connect and communicate with our colleagues. And already there have been some great stories out there. If you've got some stories or tips to share, do get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you via Yammer or via our email address at culture.strategy@sydney.edu.au.